Hey guys, I know this is like a weird angle for me to start the video off of today. Today is Tuesday, April 16th of 2019, and just got out of school, and I'm in the honors program for my school, and it was just like an honors day. Had a good conversation about dissonance in psychology, and then I had a history conversation about whether or not it's okay for books to be incorporated, children's books in general, to incorporate real life issues. And I don't know, it got me thinking, like, yeah, I would want to tell, because I've worked with children before, and I don't want to be the person to tell them the honest truth. I would let the parents do that, but for my own children, I would want to educate them and not necessarily say it in like a strong like meaning. And by that, I define it as like intense words or fractions. I would, instead of killing, I would say hurt and pass away instead of died. And, you know, I just wouldn't want to hit them on an aggressive spot. And another thing I guess I want to talk about is like anxiety taking over. Like, I'm like writing stuff for what I would want in like a film and television screenplay, I guess. And so, you know, you can be in such a great mood and such a positive vibe, but you can be so anxious at one random moment. And I think for me, why I got anxious today was because I had coffee, but then also, like, I could remember so many things that needed to be done, and slowly I'm doing it one by one. You need to always remind yourself, like, baby steps. It doesn't seem like a lot of people can do one thing at a time, but it's possible. It's so possible. And I like to argue against it with people who say they can multitask, like, one to like many big projects all in one day. That's just like pinging a stress level. And for me, like, making these videos, that's why, like, I'm taking like my time uploading when I want to and why I want to. And I promised myself, like, oh yeah, I do like videos every day. I had to come to the term, like, that's definitely not healthy. Like, I'm promising my viewers, which I don't have many, I would love to, but it's like I'm making a promise to myself that I probably couldn't keep, and I need to be realistic. And so what my priorities are right now for me is definitely do my best effort, and this is a sad thing, like, to have competition with my GPA and to write a bomb-ass, like, screenplay and an essay to transfer, and then as well as I want to start an LGBT group at my school, because many people on campus and faculty thought we had like a club. I thought so too, but it turns out it has not existed for an entire semester. And so I spoke with a counselor, and it's all mine. I need to come up with a name, and to today I got the best idea. Colors. And I want it to represent individuality, ethnicity, but obviously sexuality, and what each person defines their sexual orientation and their gender as. Like, I want someone to feel comfortable in their own skin and show their true colors. That's a good motto. And I don't know, like, for so long I felt like I was hiding my happiness to please others, but then also, okay, that doesn't really make sense. I didn't put my happiness out there because I wanted to please others, and I wanted to make them feel good, and I really never took it to, like, showing my true colors. And, like, I'm not a perfect person, I'm far beyond that, but I want to establish, like, talks, that I could put on my YouTube. I definitely would love to ask more people, like, oh, would you like to collaborate? And, like, podcast, or just even interviews. Like, necessarily, I don't want to make it into an interview. I just want to have, like, a discussion that feels natural. I don't like putting someone on the spot, like, hey, like, we should do this, or, I want them to feel like they can ask me questions and I can ask them, like, their viewpoints on everything, because that does sound like an interview, but I just want to make it more comfortable instead of, like, forced. So if it comes out to any random topics, by all means, let it. And that's why I'm going to do one with my best friend. Let me tell you about this girl, though. Abbey Ryan. She has my first name as her last name. Abbey Ryan. I met her through work, and for me, when I know that I'm gonna be good friends with someone, I just have that, like, vibe, like, oh, like, go hang out with them, go talk to them. And this girl, I could already tell she was outgoing, and I loved everything about her. Just, like, funny, sassy, bomb as fuck. And she is the most kindest heart I've ever met. She's done so much for me, and I love her. And so we will be discussing various topics, and viewers' discretion is advised. I definitely don't want to go onto a subject that YouTube will take it off, but we definitely can talk about everything. So she also has an Instagram. I'll put the link in below. She's a very good model, so model agencies, like, please, by all means, get to her. Please, please, please. She is very fun to work with. Yeah, here we go.